Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming to this table read. Quickly, I want to give a huge shout out to the Center for Diversity and the Theater Department for co-hosting the show, so can we give a round of applause for them? I originally wrote the show as an assignment for my playwriting class, and wished that one day I could bring the show up on its feet. The reason I wanted to bring this show to life was for two reasons. One, I believe that every BIPOC student like myself should be able to have their voices and experiences be heard. I am forever grateful to have such a talented cast. Two, the script is actually inspired by someone I'm named after. He never got to finish the chapter of his story, so I'm honored I get to tell his story to you all. That being said, we will shortly start our show. In case of emergency, please exit where you entered. This table read will involve some music backtracks, and this will be a 40-minute show with no intermission. Thank you for listening, and let's introduce our cast.
I'm Cassandra Roebuck, and I will be playing Isa.
I'm Zainab Dina, and I'll be playing Keanu.
I'm Maya Bennett, and I'll be playing Lani.
Hi, my name is Lola. I'm going to be reading for older Lani and Keanu.
I'm Oscar Cabral, and I'll be reading for the stage directions. December. Older Lani goes to the middle of the stage. Staring at the audience, one spotlight is on her.
As kids, we often wonder what we'll be when we grow up. And when we get older, we think about the legacy we can leave behind. There was a point in my life when I had no answers to either of them. I thought I had the answers. I loved performing when I was younger. When I was finishing high school, I even applied to the best schools that could make my dream come true. My brother always thought I was a bit ridiculous with this plan of mine. Don't get me wrong. He knew I could accomplish anything I could set my mind to, but he was concerned that I was focusing too much on my future. It would miss everything here for me. And maybe, just maybe, my brother was onto something.
Two siblings sit beside each other by a tree. Both of them are in high school. Music was blasting from a speaker. The brother, Keanu, was bobbing his head to the music, while his sister, Lani, turned to her younger brother, annoyed.
Keanu!
Keanu, oblivious, sings with the song.
Keanu!
Startled, Keanu jumps up from his seat and turns around alarmed.
What?
Do you mind? I'm trying to work right now.
Lowering down the music, Keanu faces Lani, panicked.
Please tell me the school didn't give us work over winter break.
No. What made you think that?
Well, you said you were working.
Lani holds up her notebook, proudly looking at it.
I'm working on my 5-year plan.
Keanu groans as he rolls his eyes.
School doesn't start till next week, and you're already making plans for after college?
I have 5 months left before graduating. I gotta be focusing on my career.
You know what? Enlighten me on this plan of yours.
Okay.
The two shimmy together closer as Lani reads out her plan.
Step 1. Hear back from the Royal Academy of Music and get accepted.
Of course, that's gonna happen.
Step 2. Work my way to Broadway and get an original leading role in a musical.
All right, I see you.
Step 3. Win a Tony Award and thank my fans and husband, Henry Cavill.
I understand the Tony Award, but the last part is ridiculous.
You never let me have fun.
She said, furiously crossing out Henry Cavill's name off the paper. Keanu chuckles as he leans back.
I know I'm just a junior and all, but don't you want to take a step back and take all of senior year in? Also, does Tom know you have plans of marrying Superman himself?
First off, I'm just going to be repeating the same routine over and over again. And second of all, I wrote that as a joke. But speaking of Tanu, things have been awkward lately.
Wait, you're still not talking to him?
Things have been complicated since the fall ended. I don't think he knows why.
Well, you'll be bumping into him at school sooner or later. You guys have been dating for how long?
About 2 years.
So talk to him, or things will be as ridiculous as your dreams of marrying Henry Cavill.
Hey, at least I wrote his actual name and not Superman.
The two laugh, and Lani closes her notebook.
How about this? I'll savor every second of my senior year, if you could take school seriously right now. You need to make a plan. It doesn't hurt to at least try.
Okay, you got a deal.
Keanu said, offering his hand as the two shook hands.
It's late. Mom's gonna kill us if we're not there to help for dinner. Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the sunset for a bit.
Lani nods her head, going off stage. Keanu looks up, seeing the sun slowly setting until it gets dark. End of scene. January. The scene opens in a busy hallway at a high school. Students hustle along, grabbing things in their lockers or talking about their classes. Lani is trying to unlock her locker combo and grumbles under her breath.
I swear I'm gonna strangle the next person I see.
Hopefully that won't be me.
What?
She turned around and saw that her boyfriend, Tanu, gave her a bright smile.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I don't understand why the school has to replace the old lockers. I can't even open this stupid combo.
She said, waving a paper slip of the combo.
May I?
Lani steps aside, giving him the slip, and Tanu fidgets with the combo and successfully opens it.
Ah, my knight in shining armor.
Anything for my queen.
The two burst into laughter.
Let's never call each other that again.
Agreed. Hey, I want to talk about what happened last time we talked.
No, it's my fault.
Lon, it's mine. I should have been more understanding. I know things have been hectic with hearing back from schools, especially the Royal Academy.
Yeah, that's it. You know me, always looking 10 steps ahead.
While you wait to hear back from schools, why don't I take you out after the game this Friday? We can watch that movie you've been wanting to see.
That's perfect. I can't wait.
She replied, holding his hand. They were about to lean in for a kiss, but someone came up behind them.
Ew, guys, wait at least till the day's over.
Lani groans and faces her brother.
What do you want?
I'm taking candid photos for the yearbook, and no one wants theirs taken. Please do me a solid and have me take a quick picture. Swear, I won't ask for anything else.
I don't see why not.
I guess, but make it quick.
Keanu takes a photo of both of them and looks at the camera.
Looks good. Can I place my equipment in your locker? I'm not gonna race my way across campus to be late for class again.
Fine, but try not to lock it. Took me half the morning to figure it out.
Yeah, don't love the combo.
I gotta go. I'm meeting someone before classes start. Bye.
She kisses Tanu on the cheek and goes her way.
I just asked to use her locker, not give me her kidney.
You know how Lonnie is.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt to say thanks. Besides, she's way nicer when you're around.
I'm not sure about that.
My sister literally turns into a Disney princess when she's around you.
Well, I like to think we make each other a bit better. Once you start dating someone, you'll know you want to be good enough for them.
If you're gonna give me love advice, I'm gonna barf. And besides, you don't see me catching feelings.
Keanu turned back and finished putting his stuff in the locker. A girl walks up in a rush, looking up and down from a slip of paper in her hand.
Hi, do you know where the world history class is?
Keanu hasn't looked up yet, as he's still putting books in the locker.
It's upstairs in this building. Just take the staircase up and 2 doors down the hall.
I swear I was just up there. Thank you though. I lived in Guam when I was a kid, but everything's still new.
No worries, I'm Keanu.
Keanu stops and sees Issa for the first time, slamming the locker closed. His eyes widen and his jaw tightens as he gulps loudly.
And that's my cue. I'll see you around, man.
Keanu was still staring at Issa, and she couldn't help but feel a little weirded out.
I'm Issa. I just moved from California.
I'm Keanu. It's nice to meet you.
I know, you just said your name.
Sorry. If you want, I can help you find your classes. I'm a junior.
I'm a junior too, and thanks for the offer, but the front office paired me with the senior.
Oh? Who is it?
Entering, Lani comes back in a rush.
Hi, Issa. Sorry, I wasn't able to meet with you earlier. I'll be helping you find your classes for the week.
Hi, Lani. I'm happy for you to join us.
Why are you talking like that?
Wait, you two know each other?
Unfortunately, he's my brother.
They have a word with each other?
The two siblings go to the corner, away from earshot.
I know I just said I wouldn't ask for anything else, but can I take you around the school?
Are you trying to cut class? Why do you want to take... Oh.
Do me one more solid, Lani. I'll do whatever you want. Taking out the garbage, doing the dishes, you name it.
All right, just Isa. I'll let the office know that you volunteered since you were in her class.
Lani, you're the best.
The siblings turn to Isa.
Change of plans. Keanu will take you around the school this week. That's all right with you.
That's more than alright. Thanks.
Let's head to that world geography class, shall we?
Isa chuckles as the two leave from the hallway.
Man, I forgot my book.
Lani tried opening her locker, but it was locked. As she slightly grumbled under her breath.
He's your brother, you can't strangle him. He's your brother, you can't strangle him. He's your brother, you can wait till you get home.
Lani leaves the stage, still grumbling under her breath. End of scene. February. Lani is pacing back and forth around the tree, tapping a few sealed envelopes on top of her hand. She looks down at her phone and sees the time, trying to wait for someone. She turns around and nervously smiles at Tanu.
I thought you'd never show up.
Sorry. Had to slip out before my mom knew I had the letters. Remind me, why can't we just open our student portals?
My computer crashed because I kept refreshing the student portal every day.
Yeah, right.
Lani gives him a stare as Tanu inches away ever so slightly.
All right. Well, regardless, we're here now, and I'm really happy we get to do this together.
Lani slowly squeals in delight as she hugs Tanu.
Okay, what schools are you hearing back from?
The two sit down beside the tree, taking out their cards.
University of Houston, Chaminade University of Honolulu, and University of Portland. These were the ones that were scouting me out for my games. You?
Berkeley, Juilliard, and the Royal Academy of Music.
The two looked nervous at each other before they opened their letters. Lani looked nervous, and Tanu held her hand, smiling at her.
I'll go first if you want me to.
Lani nods as Tanu takes his turn. He opens the Texas letter and unfolds it. He scans it as he brightens up.
I got in! They gave me a full
Oh
scholarship!
my god, Tanu, that's amazing! What about the other schools?
He rips out the other ones and reads them quickly.
Got into both of them. They're not as much money compared to Texas. Better than nothing.
The two hug as Lani is so proud of him.
Come on, it's your turn.
Lani looks down in her lap as she holds the academy letter.
You know, it's getting late. Maybe we should wait till tomorrow.
Lani, I did not sneak out of my house just for you to wait till tomorrow. Just open it.
He replied playfully, reaching for the letter. Lani takes it out of his reach until Tanu gets up and runs away with it.
Tanu, give it back.
She said, trying to reach it, but he was much taller than her. He begins to break the seal and read out the letter.
Dear Princess Lani,
That does not say that.
we are very impressed with your submission tape as well as your involvement in community and past performances.
I am not kidding, Tanu. I will sweep you from under if you...
But we regret to inform you.
Tanu stops reading as Lani straightens up.
Regret to inform me?
Lani takes the letter away from Tanu's weakened grip and reads it aloud.
We regret to inform you that you are not accepted for the following school year. We wish you the best for your future endeavors. Sincerely, the Royal Academy of Music.
Lani, I'm sorry.
No, there has to be a mistake. I poured my heart out on the audition tape. I thought I could be waitlisted, but not getting accepted?
Hey, you still have a couple of letters. Maybe look and see if you got in.
Tanu, that was my top school. I've been dreaming of going there since I was 13.
I know, I'm sorry. But you got to Juilliard in Berkeley, right?
Lani races towards her pile of letters and opens the Juilliard one, reading it.
I got denied at Juilliard.
What?
Tanu reaches for the letter and reads it to himself, reading the almost identical letter as the first.
You know what? Screw them. They don't even know what they're missing. And besides, there's other music schools you can apply to. I heard there's one in Texas.
I don't want to go to Texas, Tanu.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just forget about it.
Look, I know you're upset, but that doesn't mean you have to take it out on me. I'm just trying to help.
You know, you didn't think of offering to pick schools that were closer when we were applying last fall.
So that's why you're distant lately. Because I didn't bring it up?
Yes, Tanu. You knew that I wanted to go to London for the longest time, and you never asked how we could work things out. We'll be in different countries and have to call in godforsaken hours. Have you ever thought of our future after we graduated?
Tanu doesn't say anything and lowers his head.
You didn't think we could make it after high school, did you?
That's not fair, Lon.
Tanu tries to approach her, but she takes a step back.
When we started dating, I had to prove to everyone around me why we belonged together. I had been fighting for us for the longest time, but I'm done. I'm done fighting for you.
Tanu bites his tongue, wanting to say something, but he leaves Lani alone. She begins to cry and leaves back to her house. Then, Keanu walks outside, switching his head, wondering why he saw Tanu and Lani leaving in different directions. He looks down at the tree and sees the discarded papers. He reads the opened letters and his face falls. He then picks up the letter from Berkeley and opens it, reading it to himself. He looks up. End of scene. March. Keanu and Isa sit next to each other by the tree in front of Keanu's house. Isa is scribbling something in her notebook as Keanu bends forward, holding a book with a stressed look.
How are we just doing this book project now? We had the entire month.
Because every time we meet up to do it, we're either binge watching some TV series or going outside to hang out.
Hey, it's not my fault that I'm that charming to this week.
Don't flatter yourself. Let's just focus and we can turn it in by tomorrow.
Okay, no distractions. I'll just play some background music then.
The two look down at their books, taking down notes. Keanu looks up at Isa, but then looks back at his notes.
So...
Iana, you just said no distractions.
We both know that's not physically possible for me.
You're impossible.
Impossible is my middle name.
Your middle name is Atdow.
You know what? After high school, I'll legally change it to impossible just to spite you.
I'd like to see you try.
Isa gives him a flirty smile, and Keanu gulps loudly.
So, what I wanted to ask you is, do you have plans to go to prom this year?
Isa straightens up, surprised.
I think so. Why you ask?
Well, prom is about 3 weeks away, and I was wondering if you'd like to go to prom together.
The infamous Keanu Atdow asking me to prom?
Forget I said anything.
Hey, I'm just kidding. But if I say yes, what will the night look like?
Well, first, I'll go to your house and we'll take embarrassing photos, and then we'll go to that pizza parlor after dancing.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, sorry. I was asking for advice from my sis. She's better at making plans, but the pizza thing was my idea.
Well, I'm already sold on the pizza, but I'd love to go to prom with you.
I can't wait. I've been racking my brain for days.
I'm glad I keep you on your toes. But since you asked the question, it's my turn. I think I deserve to get to know you better.
Fire away.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Keanu opens his mouth, but he's unsure of what to say.
I just thought I could get to know you a bit better.
No, you're fine. Just got a bit of hard.
Keanu takes a breath and smiles to himself, remembering.
My grandpa had this collection of National Geographic magazines. I remember when I'd come over to his house, I'd be looking at the pictures of every single one of them. There'd be these tropical jungles and these deserts, and I wanted to go to all these places. Then, for Christmas, I got my first camera. I took that thing everywhere I went, and I took as many pictures as I could till it was worn out. Now I'm in yearbook, taking pictures of everyone's memories, but my own. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not one to shoot for the stars like my sis, but I like where I am right now.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. I've seen some of your stuff. They're amazing. And I don't think the infamous Keanu Atdow would give up that easily.
No one's ever given me that type of pep talk before.
Well, get used to it. I don't like seeing the people I care about doubt themselves. You got that?
I got it.
The two go back to their report, but also look up to each other, smiling. End of scene. April. Lights go up to a prom venue. A balloon arch is by the entrance where Lani, Keanu, and Isa enter. Keanu and Isa hold each other's hands, wearing matching corsages. Lani gives them space as she appears to be by herself.
Wow, Lon, I knew you were part of the prom committee, but you outdid yourself.
It was a group effort.
No, we're serious. We saw you calling the venue, the DJ, the caterers. This is amazing.
Thanks. Now you two have fun, okay?
You're not joining us?
I need tonight to go smoothly for everyone, so I'm gonna stay put.
Hey,
Yeah. Keanu goes closer to his sister, concerned.
hey, just say the word and we can all head out. I don't want you alone.
I'll be fine, Keanu. Trust me.
Keanu nods and he and Isa head out. Lani is alone with her thoughts as she sits down by an empty table.
Is the seat taken?
Lani looks up and sees it's Tanu.
No. It's up for grabs.
Tanu sits down opposite Lani. They don't talk until they make eye contact with each other.
I heard you.
They chuckle before Tanu offers for Lani to initiate.
I heard you're flying out to Texas right after graduation.
Yeah, practice starts mid-May, so they want me to fly out as soon as possible.
That's so soon.
I know. I can't believe it either.
Congrats. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks. I heard you got an offer at Berkeley.
Yeah, I'm still undecided, so.
You're not considering going there? It's one of the best schools in New England and right next to the Boston Conservatory.
How do you know that?
I actually looked into the schools you mentioned before.
Tanu looks down awkwardly.
Oh, I didn't know. Regardless, it's still a big decision to make. I don't want to rush in without really thinking.
Understood. Sorry.
No, it's not like that. Ever since the rejection letters, I've been second-guessing myself. You know, I've always wanted to perform on Broadway, and I thought I could finally have that dream come true, but reality sets in, and I don't know if I'm good enough anymore. And on top of that, I realized I was leaving behind more than I thought.
Did you learn that from a monologue or something?
I am being serious right now. I am bearing my heart to you.
Come on, that has to be the most dramatic thing you ever said to me.
Will you ever take me seriously?
I always had.
Tanu hears the song playing and stands up, offering his hand.
Come on.
After what you just said to me, you expect me to get up with you?
Lon, all I'm asking for is one last dance.
Hesitant, Lani gets up and takes his hand, and they go to the dance floor. Cut to Issa and Keanu as they dance on the other side.
To be honest, I thought you'd have 2 left feet.
Please, it's a miracle that I'm not trampling over your shoes.
Please refrain. You don't want to know how much I spent on these heels.
Duly noted.
The two laugh.
You know, I gave you just a glimpse of what I wanted to be as a kid. I was curious now about what your goals were.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I wanted to become a farmer.
No way.
Stop. I thought in my little head I was going to cuddle with furry animals all the time, but it kind of shifted. I still love animals, so I want to be a veterinarian.
That's cool. Have you seen any schools?
Yeah, I have. There's some schools on the West Coast, but California is where my heart is.
California. They have great sunsets.
Yep, they do. Since I grew up there since I was a kid, I wanted to go back after graduation.
So, you'll be moving again.
Cut to Lani and Tanu as they are still dancing.
I remember you saying this was your favorite song I played when we drive around the island.
I think I'd enjoyed listening to your music more than you being forced to listen to my show tunes.
I would have listened to them, but I don't think you have given me a chance.
Lani looks up at him, pausing.
No, I didn't.
I had some time to think since the last time we talked, and you're right. I took things for granted. I'm sorry for that. But we both know that our lives were going in different directions, and I don't think we had a clue of how we would make it.
But other people have.
We're not like that.
But they try, Tanu. Some people date each other living halfway across the world. It would go against the tide and current just to be next to them.
And I don't think I can be that person for you right now.
The two stop as they look at each other solemnly.
Look, the way we ended things didn't settle right with me. I don't want to leave you without knowing this. You're going to do great things wherever you go. And I'm going to be so proud of you, whether or not I'm in your life.
Tanu slips away from Lani as she stands there by herself. Cut to Issa and Keanu as their conversation intensifies.
Look, who knows whether I'll leave or not next year. I'm not going anytime soon.
I know, it just seems like everyone around me is leaving.
We'll figure something out, trust me. And maybe if you travel the world with your camera, you should visit me sometime.
I'll take you up on that offer.
Keanu just nods his head and holds her closer, afraid to let her go. Lani comes closer with tears in her eyes.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm leaving sooner than expected.
Hey, are you alright?
I knew you were dancing with Tanu. Why were you with him?
We were just talking. Look, it's none of your business.
It kinda is, Lani. You've been crying and moping these past few months because of him. He's not worth your time.
Like you're the expert on relationships.
I've been trying to cheer you up after him, the rejection letters. I've had enough.
Keanu, that's uncalled for.
Issa, nothing's ever good for her or her perfect little world that she tries to surround herself with. And why can't you just commit to Boston already? What are you so afraid of?
You want to know the truth? I didn't want to leave you alone unless I knew you'd be okay.
So you admit it. I'm the screw up.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. Since day one, you've been on my back, saying I need to go to school. Had you thought that maybe you were wrong, but I guess it killed you to admit that, right, Lon?
I'm sorry that I cared about your future. All I wanted was to see you happy.
Lani leaves them behind as she can't handle her tears. Keanu turns back to Issa, but she backs away.
Why are you so against your sister? She needs you.
She's impossible to talk down. She thinks she could just take over everyone's lives.
Did you not hear what she just said? She wants you to be alright.
So you think I'm gonna mess up my life too?
Why do you keep on thinking like that?
Why don't you just leave already? Don't waste your breath on me.
You know what? Maybe I will.
She storms off, throwing her corsage to the ground. Keanu tried to follow her, but it was too late. He picks up the corsage and looks up, realizing he'd hurt the people he cares about. End of scene. May. Lani stands by the tree, trying to take a picture in her cap and gown, showing off her diploma. She looks back at her picture and grimaces.
Ugh, deleting that.
She looks down at her phone, swiping in her gallery, as Keanu walks out.
Mom said to come inside. Everyone's coming to your party.
Could you help me take a pic? I'm trying to get a good angle, but I don't like how I take it.
Fine, give me your phone.
Lani offered her phone to Keanu as he stepped back, taking photos of Lani as she posed by the tree.
There, now let's go.
Hey, can we talk?
Keanu stops in his tracks and faces his sister.
There's nothing to talk about.
Look, you can be mad at me for the rest of your life, but I wanted to tell you that I've never seen you as a screw-up.
Well, you have a funny way of showing it.
Could you just listen, please?
Keanu stands still, placing his hands in his pocket. Lani leans by the tree, crossing her arms by her chest.
Growing up, I thought I had to play this part. Like, I had to know what I was going to do in my life by the time I was 40. I didn't want you to feel the pressure of building a legacy. I wanted to make sure you'll be okay if I'm not around. That's why I've been trying to guide you about making 5-year plans.
That's not me.
I know that now. I lost sight of who I was supposed to be. I'm your big sister. I should have been looking out for you instead of telling you how to live your life. I'm sorry.
She sits down by the tree, looking at the ground. Keanu comes closer, looking at his sister.
The things I said at prom, I was angry at you. I felt like I was this puzzle piece that couldn't fit in, whether it was with family or at school. I was a constant reminder that I was just gonna mess up no matter what I did. But you made things easier. You gave me advice on what teachers not to take at school. You drove me to places even when you didn't need to. And you were very persistent when applying to colleges.
Lani laughs as she looks over her shoulder.
But you never gave up on me, so I'm not gonna give up on you.
Keanu reaches out an envelope in his jean jacket and gives it to her.
The Royal Academy of Music? What's this?
I was eventually gonna give it to you after you both cooled down, but this is as good a time as any.
Lani rips open her letter and reads it aloud.
Dear applicant, we hereby congratulate you on your acceptance to the Royal Academy of Music Summer Program for the Theater Arts. This program will be a 3-month course. Your room and board will be paid as you receive the scholarship covering these fees. We hope this program will continue your future with the Academy.
She looks over to her brother, her eyes glossy.
Did you apply for me?
I thought it'd be a good graduation gift before you go off to Berkeley. Didn't want you moping around.
Lani crushes Keanu into a hug as she sniffles.
Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me.
Keanu holds his sister, smiling.
Anything for you, Lon.
In a second, Issa comes in with a gift in her hand.
Hey, is this where the party is?
Keanu turned around, shocked as he got up.
Issa? What are you doing here?
Lani invited me, said that I should give her brother a second chance and that he never meant to hurt anyone.
Keanu looks over his shoulder, and Lani motions him to talk to her.
Look, I'm a complete and utter idiot. I'm sorry for fishing you away like that.
I accept your apology. I know you didn't mean it. But if you ever talk to me like that again, I will definitely be not taking you back. You're lucky, you're cute.
I'm cute?
Don't push your luck.
The two laughed it off as they hugged each other.
Now, I was promised food tonight, so let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, I'm starving. Come on, we can't celebrate without you.
You can go. Tell everyone I'll be there soon.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Heard there was gonna be some shooting stars tonight. I wanted to make a wish.
Issa nods her head and then gives a quick hug to Lani as she leads the way with Keanu. Keanu pauses as he looks at his sister before turning around to follow Issa. Then, older Lani walks up to her younger self, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. Older Lani stands up and hugs her before making her way off stage. Older Lani stands out from the crowd, looking straight ahead.
Keanu had a way of capturing moments through a lens, which made him want to pack his bags and cameras and take breathtaking views after graduating high school. Some of his work are in art galleries and a few National Geographic magazines. I bought each of his copies. I have them up till this day. Even apart, my brother promised that he'll visit Issa in California. He even drove all the way to San Diego. He'll never got to see her. He emerged too quickly on the freeway and he passed away when he was 22. And all he left behind were the memories frozen in photographs.
The atmosphere becomes somber, and older Lani struggles to hold back tears. Keanu slowly appears and gives her a sympathetic gaze.
You're just gonna leave them with a cliffhanger?
Older Lani turns around, shocked.
What are you doing here?
I could have let you have all the spotlight. And by the way, your ending is wrong.
That's how it ends.
No, that's how my story ends, not yours. You deserve that happily ever after you're always talking about.
He gives her a comforting smile, and Lani nods, wiping her tears away.
When I got to Boston, I realized it was my best decision. I got involved in many shows and met amazing friends along the way. Of course, there were some setbacks after graduating, but I got through the day knowing I gave my all. Then, an old mentor I had at the Royal Academy said that there was an opportunity for me for a new musical they have composed and wanted me to audition. I got the part and moved to England. It was the best thing to ever happen to me. I stayed in the UK for about 2 years. It wasn't until I bumped into Tanya one day when he was playing in the professional football tournament. It took all this time apart to realize we were always made for each other. We just had to grow into who we were now. One thing led to another. We moved back home, got married, and had a daughter.
What's her name?
Lani looked at her brother.
We call her Kiki. Her name's Kiana.
It's a beautiful name.
She was named after the greatest person I knew. I wish you were here. I think of you every day.
I know, but you made a beautiful life for yourself. I'm proud of you, Ron.
I'm so proud of you.
The two hugged as they started to tear up.
Hey, that night of your grad, what did you wish for?
Lani ponders before looking at him.
I wish that no matter where we were, whether we were looking up at the sun, moon, or stars, we would always feel we'd be at each other's side when we needed it.
Keanu smiles and places a comforting hand on her shoulder.
I'll always be here. Come on, let's enjoy the view while we still can.
Keanu sits by the left side of the tree, facing upward as a soft orange glow illuminates his side. Lani also sits by the right side of the tree, looking up. Lani looks over her shoulder to her brother, who looks at peace. Before the lights dimmed, Keanu looked at his sister one last time as the lights faded out. End of play.
Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all so much. Please drive safe and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Great job, guys.
Oh, this was recorded, by the way. Sorry.